Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Steve-O here. Saturday morning, it's about 11 o'clock. Hope you're all good out there. I'm pretty good. It's just me and my little daughter today. She's upstairs having a nap. So I thought I'd just bring you a quick video. Now, this one is going to be about Luke Cage, the Netflix series, Marvel's Luke Cage, the Netflix original. Obviously, I brought you a video reviewing episode 1 last week. But this is going to be kind of different. I am going to be looking into the show, but I really want to touch on how viable this series has been culturally, how it has affected pop culture at this time, whether or not the world's ready for a bulletproof black man. But at this point, I really think it is. So that's kind of the point. Let me just start by saying Luke Cage was not the black exploitation kind of series that I was expecting, really. I wasn't expecting as much black culture, for instance the mentions of the Harlem Renaissance and things along those lines. I was expecting blaxploitation, but what I got instead really was a nuanced, sophisticated kind of hip-hop story, and those are the exact words that writer Chio Hodori Coker has used, but he couldn't have summed it up more perfectly. It's a hip-hop western. It's barely black exploitation in any way. Now, I know what you're thinking, guys. What is a white, a young white guy from England doing talking about black culture, American black culture, and stuff like that? Well, black culture has influenced my life a lot, with hip-hop, the hip-hop industry especially. A lot of my heroes in the music industry are black. A lot of my favourite actors and actresses are black people. I'm in no way racist. I believe that historically blacks have been demonised, dehumanised, and recently with the whole American cops killing black people, it's really been the Black Lives Matter movement has been brought to the fore. And I don't think Black Lives Matter is a recent thing. I think that it's been going on a long time. Like I said, black people as a race have been demonised, dehumanised for a long time. And things have changed slowly, obviously. But I think Luke Cage coming out, not just being the bulletproof black guy, the black exploitation kind of thing, I think it sums up the mood of pop culture and our feelings towards black people perfectly. The hip hop soundtrack, which is being released pretty soon, folks, is absolutely fantastic. The show absolutely thrives on its hip hop soundtrack. Excuse me. And the way that black people are portrayed, there is some stereotypes in there, don't get me wrong, but you're always going to get that with television. But take Cottonmouth, for instance. He was a budding musician, very talented, and could have gone that way. But the only person that supported him and wanted him to do that, took him to auditions and stuff, was his uncle. But it turns out that his uncle was sexually abusing or being sexually pestering Maria, who is the congresswoman and Cottonmouth's cousin. So their auntie has Cottonmouth kill their uncle at a young age, and that kind of sets him on the path to becoming a gangster. But even in Cottonmouth scenes, there's the scenes where he's absolutely brutal and killing guys, showing no remorse, and the laughter. But there's a whole other side to the guy, and when he is, you could tell that he's super talented, and he really regrets what he's done with his life. And then obviously, moving on to Mariah, she is the congresswoman, the councillor for the area, and when you first kind of look at her, you get the sense that she really wants Harlem to grow and thrive. And Harlem is a pop culture reference, and it is a point for black history, and a lot of creativity comes out of there. And the show really tried to drive that point home. And obviously then you've got Luke Cage, who doesn't like swearing, He's a down-to-earth guy. He's a great role model. He's not just your typical, what you talk about, Willis, kind of black guy. They really, this show just did a fantastic job of highlighting all the good things about black culture. And for me, it's just, I think it's a critically acclaimed show. It's one of the most talked about things going at the moment. Obviously, you guys have all got around to watching it now, I would have thought. And I think can really see it being a turning point for the way that black people as a race are presented on television. They haven't been given a fair deal. They have been stereotyped, and there will always be idiots that are racist. But as far as I'm concerned, this is an absolutely fantastic show, and the way that what it's done for black culture and that kind of thing, I think is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, it's such a nuanced and sophisticated hip hop story where you were just kind of weren't expecting that at all. Props to the cast, props to the show writers, the guy that put together the soundtrack. Obviously, Chio Hodari Coker did the Biggie biography and stuff. So it was always going to be, a very, very good soundtrack. Obviously, one character I do want to mention, who isn't a black guy, is Shade. His motives are quite unclear. He works for Diamondback, but he's kind of like the whisperer, and he befriends whoever he thinks is going to get him to power. He is a very, very good manipulator. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how his and Maria's working relationship evolves in season 2. But I said I was going to do 4 parts of this. This will be the last one. But genuinely, guys, this show wasn't what I was expecting at all. It just blasted my expectations out of the water. Cinematography's fantastic. The soundtrack's fantastic. The acting is different level. And with the Black Lives Matter movement and all the footage we're getting of cops shooting black people, I think black people really need like someone that they can watch on TV, and even white people can watch on TV and look up to. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if there is a lot of obviously black people that are awesome, but I don't know if they have had that person being represented, and maybe now they've got it, because this is a critically acclaimed show. Everyone that I've spoken to has absolutely loved it, black, white, whoever. I just think this, not obviously a turning point, but if it highlights the good things in black culture and mixing and white culture, then for me that can only be a good thing. That's pretty much it for me, guys. Obviously this video is a little bit different. If you think I'm a complete idiot for trying to tackle this subject and I've made a fool of myself, then I apologise. There is absolutely no intent of racism. I think that this show is fantastic. I can't wait for season 2. If you agree with me, then fantastic. Please subscribe, guys. My channel is growing, slowly growing, but I appreciate every single view. I absolutely love doing this. I'm not going to stop doing this. And with TV shows being produced like Luke Cage, there's no reason to stop this in the near future. Anyway, guys, that's me wrapping up on Luke Cage. Fantastic show. I'm sorry I didn't touch too much on the show itself, but I just think that the issue was the representation of black culture and stuff. I'll end it with this. Luke Cage is a black hero, and not a hero who is black. Is the world ready for a bulletproof black man? Hell yes. This is El Stevo. Peace.